Hi, how you doing?
Well, we haven't heard from you since Dr. Andrews cleared you. I know you had been expecting to be ready, but what was that like for you when you found out that you were cleared?
It was good. All off season been working real hard. My teammates seen that, and it was real gratifying to get cleared to play. And I think everybody's ready to go. Had a great preseason. Team's just ready to make it count now. So I think that's what we're looking forward to, going out there and playing a game that matters and that counts. And we'll be ready.
I guess you had a chat with the doctors and the coaches over the weekend. What kinds of things did they tell you to do or advise you to do to stay healthy?
Yeah, me, Doc, and Coach talked, and we'll keep that between us. Bottom line is I'm ready to go. They're confident in what I can do, and we'll go out there and play.
When you look at quarterbacks throughout history who have run and do the things that you do you look at how many total carries they would have through a season, and do you have a number in mind that you say, yeah, I'd like to keep it around this number?
I try to stay away from the numbers. You guys tend to take care of that pretty good, and it is what it is. Whatever that number ends up being, I just want to make sure I go out there, play tough, play hard, play fearless, and at the same time play smart.
A lot of talk about you being rusty coming out, not having any preseason action. Do you think? You've got all your main receivers back, same coach, same offensive coordinator. Is that going to help you in the process of getting up to speed quickly once you do get out on the field?
I think it will. Just having the same guys out there. The system that we run this year is a little bit tweaked than the one we ran last year, but everybody knows that, and everybody's just on the same page. So that's been a great thing all off season. And been out there, been able to practice with these guys for a while now. And I know practice is different in the games, but it still feels good to have the same guys around me, same offensive line, Alfred in the backfield, and same OC.
Robert, we were told that Dr. Andrews had concerns. Were those physical or otherwise? Is there anything you can shed light on in that regard?
No, not really. I can't shed light on any of that. We talked about it. Coach said that. We had that conference, and, everything came out good.
Robert, at this point, how much do you worry about getting hit, and what will that first hit, you think, what will that feel like?
It'll feel good. Football is football. You're going to get hit when you play the game. I don't really worry about it. Just go out there and play. This is what we get up every morning to do, and we enjoy it. So I'm not afraid of it. Not really anxious about it. Just go out there and play.
Mike was just saying that he's coached some great quarterbacks, athletic quarterbacks like Elway and Steve Young. They all knew how to take off and scramble for yardage. They were less instinctive about when to get down. Even Michael Vick said, I'm just getting to that point. How soon do you think you wind up learning how to slide, how to get down in time? Monday night.
You guys have been talking to me about it for 8 months. I think it's ingrained in my head now. I'll be getting down on Monday night.
When you came back from Baylor, did you still have that same all-out instinct when pressure came, or was your first scramble, was there a little thought in your head about your knee at all?
No, there was no real thought. I got hit early in the game on a scramble at Baylor. It's a different mentality in college. You're trying to get to the pros, and there's a lot more different things you can do at that level that are frowned upon at this level. So, I just know I got to be safe, slide, and just, still play fearless. I'm not going to go out there and play scared. That's just not the way to play.
Over here, to ask Grant's question a little bit different way, we hear that Dr. Andrews had those concerns. Do you have any concerns?
No, I don't. I just want to get out there with the guys, have fun. We got a big game at home. You want to protect our house, go from there, play like you were never gone, and I think that's what every guy that comes off an injury has to do. You always got to play like you were never gone.
Robert, is part of you anxious to know what it's going to be like the first time you get really crunched and someone lands on you and maybe tweaks that knee a little bit?
Nah, not really. I'd rather not have that happen, but like I said, it's football. It's going to happen. I'm not really anxious about it. Like I said, it's just football. You get up from it. Your adrenaline's running, so usually I don't feel the hits till the next day anyway. So we'll see how I feel the day after.
Robert, I got two questions. One, just to kind of piggyback on the question about when you came back at Baylor. What did that experience do for you for this experience in terms of the confidence level that you'd have in knowing that you could be back to normal?
I think the first time I was working to get back, and I was working hard, but I didn't have anything to base it off of. You know, a lot more scary at that time. You come back, you don't know how you're really going to be. You still believe you're going to be great and play well, and I was able to come back and do that. So the second time around, it's more of I know what it takes to get to where I was and get better, and that's what I did. So that's why I have the confidence to know that I'll be ready to go and you know, be smooth sailing.
Second thing is you talk about the mental reps. You didn't have all of the practice reps that you would have had, you know, had you been out there throughout training camp. How did you try to approach that in terms of what you had to learn in the offense and how you had to develop and grow without being out there?
Yeah, you know, the mental reps it's a funny joke, but you know, leading the league in mental reps, but it's the truth, and there's more ways to do it than just standing out there on the field and watching. You know, it involves watching film, you know, knowing your offense inside and out, and being out this offseason is what helped me do that, learn the offense inside and out. You know, like Coach said, it's like speaking a new language. Now I'm fluent. I'm fluent in Redskins offense, so you know, that's just how it has to go. And the mental reps did help. I would have much rather been out there, but you can learn things from watching from the side and getting in the film a lot more because that's all you have to do, and that's all I could do. I could rehab and watch film, and that's what I did.
Robert, we've all been so focused on post-Seattle, but you'd been hurting in December, too. You missed part of the Baltimore game and the whole Cleveland game. Do you feel that you've been really away for a long time? Because even against Philly and Dallas, those last couple of games, you didn't look exactly like yourself. Do you feel like I haven't been my total self since that Baltimore game?
Football's football, man. You step on that field, you got to play. And our whole team's been hurting from that Seattle game. We lost the game. It left a bad taste in our mouth, and we want to come out as a hungry football team, you know, ready to get the W and then start the season off right. So that's all that really matters.
Do you think you can improve most as a passer year one to year two with the game slowing down a little bit and you just having all this extra time to get ready?
Like I said, I don't know. You get those questions all the time as a quarterback. How do you improve? And I just say everything. You do everything better. You can get through your reads faster. You can get to your checkdowns. And certain times you don't need to get to your checkdowns. Sometimes the plays are just there. So I don't really know if there's anything specifically that I have to do to you know, really take the next step. Just do everything better than you did the year before.
Robert, can you take us through, I mean, the last time you were on that field, you were helped off. Monday night, you'll be in that tunnel getting ready to go out. The range of emotions you've been through would amount to 8 months.
It's going to be tough. I don't think there'll be any tears. If there are, there'll be tears of joy, but it's just been a long journey. And it's been an adventure. It's been fun. You don't necessarily want to go on the journey that I had to go on this offseason, but you try to enjoy it along the way and hit those milestones. So to come out of that tunnel with the team Monday night is going to be a great moment, not only for me, you know, for the fans, my teammates who, you know, have seen me work as hard as I have this whole offseason to get back out there. And they'll be there to help me manage my emotions. And I've told them I'm going to need them for that because it's going to be tough to you know, just know how to feel in that moment. But you know, we'll work on it all together and we'll be all right.
Robert, we know the emotions of your first ever pro game were pretty intense. Do you at all think that it's going to be comparable to that? Do you think it'll be more emotional, less emotional?
I think there's a possibility it could be more emotional. You know, New Orleans is where my family is all from. I can kind of claim it. So that was a lot of fun to start the career there. But coming from what's happened all this offseason, you know, it could be more emotional, but I won't be able to judge that today. We'll have to figure that out Monday night.
Robert, can you describe your memories leading up to that your first game? And also, what advice would you have for a guy like Geno Smith going into his first NFL start?
You know, you guys are asking me questions like I'm a 5-year, 7-year vet, but for the rookies, you know, I talk to the guys on our team, you know, like Chris Thompson playing running back. You just you're here for a reason, and you got to believe it. Your coaches believe in you. That's why they draft you. That's why you made the team. So if you step on that field and don't feel like you belong, then it'll come out and you'll play like you don't belong. But if you go out on that field and play like you belong and trust in yourself and trust your preparation then you have nothing to worry about. And that's what we did. And you got to lean on your coaches. You got to lean on your teammates to help you get to where you want to be. You can't do it all yourself. But that's a long way of saying just believe. If you don't believe, nobody will.
Going back to what Chris was talking about, improving as a passer, how much better are you at just identifying pre-snap reads, and what kind of difference can that make for you, just, whether it's getting off receivers quicker or whatever, and also going through the route progression with the receivers? How much better are you at that?
I feel better at it. And that just comes with playing. The more you play, the better you get. So just to get off one read to the next, progress through all your progressions and do all that stuff, it's a lot more smooth. It's not that I didn't do it last year. We got through it, and we had a great season. But you can always get better. And the day you get satisfied and feel like you're getting complacent and saying that you're the best ever and you don't have to work at anything, that's when you fail. So you just make sure the coaches stay hard on you, stay hard on yourself, and you continue to get better. So yeah, it's gotten better.
When you go out there, how do you keep from putting too much pressure on yourself and forcing yourself, as this will be your first game back?
Yeah, it's like I said, just got to lean on my teammates. They got a lot of playmakers on this team. One that's directly behind me, and Alfred Moore. So those guys will be ready to play. They know it'll be my first game back. I think everyone's anticipating that I'll be rusty, but that's not the way I think, and that's just not how I'm built to think. So those guys know I'll lean on them, and I think they're ready to make